Welcome back to the channel. Every stone in this cemetery tells part of the story of who built this community. And today, we're going to be repairing the grave marker of a woman who connects two of the most influential families in early Rock Hill. Her name was Nancy Jane Black, and her husband was Alexander Murray Black. And without her family or her husband's family, the community of Rock Hill may not even exist today. And chances are, you've never even heard her name. That is, until today. Nancy Jane was born in 1840, a daughter of John Roddey and Mary Greer Wiley, two families who were deeply tied to the origins of this church. Her father, Squire John Roddey, actually surveyed the original downtown area of Rock Hill and served the early church as an elder, helping to build this church and this town into what they are today. Didn't mean to make you be working by yourself there.
That's fine.
That is a big stone. If I can get a pry bar underneath it, then we could pick it up a little bit, right?
Well, the question is, where's the head of the stone supposed to be?
The base?
Yeah, where's the base? Up there?
The head's supposed to be up here. And I'm gonna guess it could be anywhere up here, but it could be under here too.
We got a well. So what row is she on?
Well,
She's on that
you see
row,
the footstone?
Huh?
There's the footstone. So her headstone should be about right here.
Yeah, right at the top.
Yeah. On November the 16th, 1865, Nancy married Alexander Murray Black. He had served as a lieutenant in the Civil War and was a son of Alexander Templeton Black. A.T. Black had a great business mind, and upon hearing that the train would be coming through his land, envisioned the formation of a village. This village became the town of Rock Hill. Mr. Black contracted with Squire John Roddey to survey this village. These two families, Roddey and Black, shaped what this area would become. And Nancy Jane is where those stories intersect. Yet here she lies, with her upright headstone laying flat and sinking into the earth. And today, we've decided to do something about that. Just to where it's touching the ground. All right, hang on.
You want to prop it up with your side, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna prop it up. I think if you go on down, we can do the work manually. I don't know that we can do anything else with it today.
Okay.
Unfortunately, after a ton of looking, we couldn't locate the original base for the headstone. It probably had been discarded after the stone fell over and was laid down flush with the ground. But that just meant on day 2 that we were going to get our masonry skills tested by pouring our own concrete base.
30, but I want this up in here, like that. Proper height. We're sloping downhill, right?
Closer. Put more than you think you need.
I will. I'm just trying to work it underneath there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Now, there's so much history out here.
Mm-hmm. It's like an outdoor museum, you know?
It is. Last year when we did the wreaths, the kids and the parents stayed for a long time.
Yeah.
Walking through and looking at stuff.
We previously measured the slot on the bottom of the headstone and cut this block of wood to the size that we needed it to be. We then taped the block to ensure that it would be easier to remove after the concrete cured. Then we inserted the block into the form. 6.5, 7.5. It needs to go about 1/2 inch to your right.
Toward me or toward you?
That way.
That's good. Stop. Okay.
More. Going. Hold on. After a couple of hours to let the concrete begin to set up, I returned to shape the edges before calling it a day. On day 3, we were back out in the cemetery to remove the forms that we used to build the base, as well as to test the fit of the new headstone into our new base.
Vacuum pack in there. Yeah. And out we come.
Look at that. That looks good.
Wow. No way.
Wow, I cannot believe that it's almost smooth all the way around.
You're tamping down the side is about all you can do, but in this case, remember, it was really, we were using a very wet mix.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so we need to move it somewhat now.
Yeah, what I'm gonna try to do is we're gonna lift it, and I would imagine we can get it almost all the way to the concrete. Okay.
Do you want to try to move it a little bit first?
Yeah, before we do much more tensioning, and then we'll come up with this end.
A little bit more. Make sure it'll stand up, okay?
Okay, I wouldn't go any further.
Well,
That's solid.
we're going to have to move this thing backwards, so I would say let it down.
Okay,
Just see if
gotcha.
it'll stand.
In the center of the, in the center of the, give me that out of there. There you go.
We'll let it down.
And it might not stay in the center, but we'll try.
Okay. Get the chain out of there. That's good.
Now you just reach in there and push it to the back.
On day 4, we made it back out to the cemetery for what was to be our final day on this project. It was time to mix the historic lime mortar and set the base back upright to restore honor to Nancy Jane's memory and her final resting place.
Don't live underneath this thing. There you go, keep torquing it. There you go. So something like that.
That's perfect.
So you put the powder in first or this in first?
Whatever you want to do.
Not gonna be enough, but we'll try it, okay?
Mix it up at that point. Pick it up. If you want to let it down. So if you want to let it down. Okay, that's good. Come on down.
Can get this thing where we want it.
All right, well, let's take this down.
Have it out of our way. Pull up.
Thank you for following along with us on this project. If you liked what you saw here, be sure to like and subscribe. There'll be more just like this in the future. And I'll see you on the next one.